What is yoga? You might be one of the millions who has taken a yoga class and perhaps even mastered the peacock pose, or maybe the downward dog pose. You might do yoga for physical benefits or to rest your mind, but yoga has a lot more to offer for your deeper consciousness and higher awareness.
When you think of yoga, you probably imagine exercise and complicated positions, but actually it's traditionally based on meditation and spirituality. Believed to originate from the 5th or 6th century BC, yoga is an Indian practice that also covers religion and philosophy. Yoga is a philosophical school of Hinduism, and therefore some consider it a way of life. It offers guidance on ethical practices, offers self-development techniques, and blends in its own brand of metaphysics. Yoga supports the concept of a personal God, with the ultimate goal of achieving a liberated, unified state of existence, called Kaivalya. Hatha Yoga, however, the physical practice more commonly seen in the West, became popular in the 1980s and has been on the rise ever since. Over 20 million people practice it in the U.S. alone.
Hi, this is Sean Morgan, author of The Mastery of Change, and I'm here at a little beach house I'm renting in the Philippines as I travel the world. And I want to talk to you today about how yoga can be a complete system for you to recover from depression. So I suffered from depression, anxiety, social anxiety, depersonalization, panic disorder, all of these mental problems for like 10 years. And I recovered 2 years ago. And so what's that like? I mean, I used to feel horrible every day, and it got so normal that I didn't even know I felt horrible. And then 2 years ago, I no longer feel horrible every day. I sometimes go through challenges, but they're temporary. They, maybe last an hour, and then I get over it. So recovery is real. And so I want to talk about how yoga can be everything you need. If you could drop everything else and just use yoga as your system of recovery for depression.
Its physical postures, known as asanas, are used to relieve health problems, reduce stress, and make the spine and muscles more limber. You might recognize some of the positions: the bow pose, the warrior pose, and the downward facing dog. The latter helps build bone density, and because the heart is above the head, encourages blood circulation. However you practice yoga, there's now a special day to celebrate it, June 21st. Sit down, close your eyes, and find some inner peace and harmony.
So, in one of my other videos, I talk about the formula, of everything that I've learned. I boiled down everything into a formula for health and happiness. And it's clean nutrition plus clean thoughts plus friendship, nature, and exercise equal health and happiness. And yoga has everything that you need within that formula. It has the community of people that you practice with is the friendship. You're getting out of your house and into nature, hopefully, to do yoga. That was the best way to do it. So there you've got the friendship, the nature, the exercise. And as you get healthier and healthier, the clean air, clean water, and clean food just becomes part of your lifestyle. And the other major thing that really helps with yoga is that it's a physical practice and a mental practice. So as you go through the different postures or asanas, you're actually triggering emotional things that you stored in your body over your life and letting go of them or processing them. So it's a physical thing that happens. Like, memories are stored in your body, which I might have to do a whole other video that explains how that works in my understanding. But as you practice yoga and you change your physiology, you change the way your body is, so when you change your physiology, you change the way your mind is. You become more limber with your body, you become more flexible with your mind. And as you go through these different postures and you're triggering and releasing toxins in all your different systems of your body and all the different internal organs, you're letting go of all the toxic memories and emotions that you've suppressed through your life. And it's a really intense experience. As you practice yoga more and more, you definitely could experience crying, emotional outbursts. I experience anger on a regular basis when I do certain yoga postures. And yoga also helps you increase concentration, or samadhi. And this is really important to be able to have more free will to choose your emotional state.
Somebody once described Ulpotha as an amazing adult playground where people can let go and return in a way to the playfulness of childhood.
Before I came, I thought in between this session I would be bored. What shall I do? How many books can I read? I haven't been bored for a second.
I think for me the most important thing is that it is simply what it is, and it's up to each person who comes here to make of it what they make of it.
I think the Ulpotha Yoga Retreat is about people experiencing the nature here and the simplicity of, I guess, how we used to live without modern technology, and coming back to our feelings, so we learn to slow down here. And with the eyes closed, just take 10 breaths in and out, okay, just to gradually notice each time you breathe in the possibility to breathe in a little bit more air. Let the breath out find its natural resting point.
I've never tried yoga before, and I found it extremely nice. I feel I can sleep in positions I could not do before. I noticed the difference when we are having lunch or dinner, that I can sit differently and eat, because I can bend differently, I can use and stretch. It makes me feel very good.
We're not rushed by other classes coming in after. So we have the time to explore our breathing practices, meditation practices, relaxation techniques, a little bit more time to allow the body to relax. Then be in the nature, be in a peaceful surrounding. So those vibrations, I think, feed more into the body.
When I came last Sunday, I felt stressed, I felt my body was tense, I felt bloated. Now I feel relaxed, I feel my face is relaxed. And looking at Vimala, I can see her face is more glowing. You can see it in the eyes, in the skin, and that feels very good.
I feel almost like a new person, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely, new person, a new couple.
So at the end of a yoga practice, you generally lay down and do Shavasana, where you just do a concentration. Usually the teacher will lead you through some type of concentration exercise. And that relaxation that you have is extremely important for changing. I have a whole chapter in my book about how gene expression, or changing your genetic code, happens much more easily when you're in a relaxed state. Studies have been done that the actual sheath of the DNA becomes weaker so that it can change form when you're in a relaxed state. Not only that, you're accessing the unconscious mind by being in that relaxed state, and your teacher is like imprinting all these positive beliefs into your unconscious mind. So really, yoga has everything, absolutely everything that you need to recover from depression. So the key is to get started. Now, I have a whole video on what it takes to get started. Your brain needs proof that it needs to change, that there's a root of the problem, and that the actions that you're going to take are likely to succeed.
Make yoga yours and discover the divinity in you. When the five senses are stilled, when the mind is stilled, when the intellect is stilled, that is called the highest state by the wise. They say yoga is this complete stillness in which one enters the unitive state, never to become separate again. if one is not established in this state, the sense of unity will come and go.